Welcome back to a new video, fellas. Today we're working on the O2 Jeep Liberty, and we're going to be replacing the front calipers, and later down the road we're going to be replacing all the suspension, coil, control arm, lower ball joint, tie rods. This thing is pretty rusty. Probably get some use one of these because they don't come with the coil. Probably some sway bar links. Anyway, today we're gonna focus on the calipers because I changed the brakes not too long ago, and the brake disc. But the brake caliper on this side, especially, it's staying under tension, and as you can tell, I mean, they're not deep grooves, but it's been riding with the brakes. The brakes are overheating on this side because it's still kind of like it's not releasing 100%. So I got some new calipers. I'm gonna replace both sides just because they're rusty. So the first step we're gonna do is, after jacking the car up, put some jack stands underneath and make sure it's safe to work on. We're gonna be working on the pins, bolts right here. These are gonna be 12 millimeter. We're gonna remove those and bring the caliper up and hang it somewhere on the control arm. So I got these loosened up, but now I'm thinking, since I'm gonna replace the whole caliper, I'm gonna go ahead and remove this fitting and connect it to the new caliper, and then I'll hang that caliper up, and then I'll remove this caliper. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, that's the way I'm gonna go with this, I think. Or maybe, I don't know, I'll figure it out. But the whole thing that I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna transfer the new caliper to the line and then hang it. Yeah. Okay, that's that. Get ready for the oil that's gonna be coming out. You really can't do nothing about that unless you have somebody step on the brake pedal and hold the brake pedal down. When you release the line, oil's gonna come out. But then once the pedal's all the way down and somebody's holding it there, it shouldn't be leaking no more, and no air should be going into the system when you have somebody assist you like that. But if you're doing it by yourself, get ready for the oil to be coming out. You're gonna get air in the system. That's just normal. You gotta bleed the brakes if you're doing this type of work. Once you open the lines like that, you gotta end up bleeding. So anyway, moving on. Now we're gonna go ahead and remove the old one. We're gonna take it out, and then we're gonna take the bracket out too, because this came with a new bracket. It came with a new bracket. It came with the new bolts. It came with the new banjo bolt washers. I was able to replace one in the whole process. The other one's so rusted on there that I couldn't get it off. I'm gonna see once I have everything together, see if I can take it off and then put the new one on. But I was able to get at least one in. All right, once you got the bolts out, get yourself a prying tool, a screwdriver like this, and pry it up. And with the other hand, you grab onto the caliper. It's out. Now you can remove the pads, and you can do the same thing. Pry on them, get them off. Same thing on this side. Another thing, these brake calipers came with the hardware also, so I don't need to take the hardware off of this, even though these are new, because I put this on when I put these on the other day. See how hot they got? Really overheated. I really don't want to reuse them, but it should be fine. If there's any noise after I replace them, I'll just get some new ones. They're Duralast and they're lifetime warranty, so I don't think they'll give me a problem. Who knows? All right, so now get yourself a 21 millimeter and get that bolt and that bolt out. Hopefully your Jeep is not this rusty. And here's the old bracket and the new bracket. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in just like they are on the old bracket. And then I'm gonna go ahead and install the bracket. I cleaned the bolt with a wire brush and I clean the pads too with a wire brush to get off. Make it so that hopefully they break better, because I'm sure that layer of material was probably glazed along with these. I don't know, maybe I'll scratch them up a little bit. We'll see. But I'm gonna go ahead and replace these. Let me put the new ones on and move forward. All right, guys, the bracket is on. I cleaned the brake disc with a 180 grit sandpaper, both sides, and then clean it with brake cleaner. I got the 2 bolts in the back of the bracket. I got the pads in. Make sure these are tight, super tight, okay? I don't know the torque value. You can look that up yourself. If not, remember how it came out? They're pretty tight. I ended up removing them with a wrench and then hitting it with the hammer, with a 4-pound hammer that I have. So make sure you do the same thing when you install them back. Make sure they're nice and tight. These don't have to be super tight. They're gonna be tight, but not super tight. But those, the one holding with the bracket, yes, pay attention to that. Now we're gonna go ahead and place the caliper back on, and then pump the brakes to get the caliper to seat where it needs to be. We still got to get the air out of it, and we got to do the other side. So the video is going to be just on this side. The other one's the same. Let me see. The pad in the inside, make sure that's the one that has this piece. This is like a sensor. When the pad wears out, all the way to the little metal starts hitting the disc, starts making noise, letting you know that you need to replace your brake pads. So make sure that part is in the back. That's usually where it is, on the back one. And that is it, guys. That's complete. Now I'm gonna go ahead and work on the other one, but you guys don't need to see the same thing. That's all I got for you fellas today. We're gonna go ahead and move on. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. If you like the video, please leave me a thumbs up. Subscribe is free, and I'll catch you in the next one. You're gonna see a lot of videos coming soon. Well, like I said, the suspension. I'll leave a link in this description for the calipers that I got through Amazon, but I got the part numbers right here too if you guys need them. So that's the left one that I just replaced, and this is the right one, which is right here. And like I said, they come with the bracket, the caliper, and the hardware. Okay, right through Amazon. Thank you for watching. Catch you in the next one.